my match on Super Smash Bros. With Zonix. It was a great match. A couple times I beat him with Sonic, and then when he was Mario, I kicked his butt, which was pretty funny. So it was great doing it. So actually, I am looking forward for another match in the end, which would be great. So it's one of those where you're like, yep, it's funny. A couple times he beat me as Wario, and then I got him back in the end with a me character. Now the funny thing was I didn't have access to the characters I had before. I had to re-download them in order to unlock them. So there is some that I have to purchase that I don't really have. I have to basically purchase those Super Smash Bros. Fighters in the end, since I don't really have them yet. Like the plant and whatever, don't have them yet. So we are looking for a rematch. We're probably looking for like more people to fight against, to be able to make it more challenging. Okay, so apparently we are playing Primal Carnage. It's kind of like the Isle, in case you don't know. Apparently it's tricky as of right now because there's not that many actually online right now. Well, on the game. So apparently we're going to go into seasons, I think. So apparently this game is great because you can do all sorts on it, have a good laugh, have a bit of fun now and again with each other, eat each other, depending on what you are. If you're a human, you actually can hurt each other. Or if you didn't want any killing or and you just wanted to do like a roleplay thing, then this game is perfect for that. Because you can do some sort of roleplay thing with the dinosaurs, and on the other hand, you also can kill each other if you wanted to, but a dinosaur can't really kill a dinosaur, and it has to be a person. So apparently I want to try and rejoin this one again. Said I couldn't because of the issue. So okay, so now we've officially got into it. Good. Now, this is my favorite map because of reasons. So, the reason this is my favorite one, Frost. So, there's actually a huge reason why this is actually my favorite, and the reason is, it's because of this, mainly, this area. So, apparently, that's the door you open, which I showed in my video, my other video, so that's basically what you physically have to open. You have to grab a scientist as this thing, because the other thing doesn't really work. And then as the scientist, you have to work your way up that tree branch all the way around to there. Then basically end up coming along the way to there. And then as the pterodactyl, you have to pick that person up here and then put them up here, and then there's the switch. That's the switch to open the door. So there you go. That's one secret. There's also another secret, but it's in the docks level. So apparently it's in the other one, the other level, which is the docks, which you have to be a Dillo to get in. A nice cyan dragon there. Well, apparently the dinosaurs, well, this is like, oh god, yeah, so apparently we got a T-Rex, Spinosaurus, I think mine's a pentagon or whatever you call it, but I always call it a pterodactyl because it looks similar. Then you've also got like a Dillo, which is the poisonous one from Jurassic Park, and then you have one that's similar to the Dillo, which is a bit smaller. And then you've got the Allosaurus, which isn't anyone's actually playing as it right now. Then you've got the big flying thing, which is basically another flying thing, similar to this, but bigger. Which games do you play? I basically pretty much play all sorts, depending on what I like. If it interests me, from horror to exploring and stuff like that, I'm actually into. So I'm actually a bit in all sorts, especially like fighting sort of ones. So different dinosaurs you can be. This is the bigger version that you can get apparently. So you can basically die and then respawn. So this is the other thing. Apparently it looks like a macaw because of the colour pattern. It actually looks amazing. Roblox Arsenal. I don't really play Roblox. I've played something similar. To do with, oh god, I can't remember now. So the other dinosaur we've got is the Carnotaurus. If you watch Dinosaur, then you know which one this is actually from, because this is called the Carnotaurus. Now the funny thing about the Carnotaurus, if it falls, it's dead. It can't get back up whatsoever, because it's tiny arms. See how tiny they are? Once they go down, they can't get back up. So they're screwed if they actually end up, you know. So they're pretty much screwed. Now, apparently they do have strong legs. They don't have really good arms. They do fall down, that's it. So, this game looks cool. What is it? It's called Primal Carnage Extinction. It's similar to the Isle a bit. You can teabag and whatever, crouch. I mean, not all dinosaurs can crouch. The pterodactyl ones and whatever can. The dillos and whatever actually definitely can crouch. The only ones that can are the big dinosaur ones. They can't do it. So apparently you can attack humans with this. You can go up a tree. Well, the Carnotaurus can actually jump, while the other big ones can't. So apparently you can jump like this. Where is he? Where are you? Come here, you. Now, there's a reason why this dinosaur is like a bull, because it charges at people. Just killed somebody. And I'm actually pretty much dead, so... Now, the next one is the Dillo. So, the Dillo is from Jurassic Park, if you've seen it. Highly toxic, apparently, even though it doesn't really look like it. Well, it kind of does, but it just has the colour pattern. Different colour pattern. Now, I can actually poison these people. Poison them. So apparently that's what the Dillo can do. I also can do emotes like that, whatever. You can use different emotes. You can wear things like emotes and whatever. How much your PC costs? I don't really use a PC. I use a PS4. My grandparents and whatever use like a laptop, and that's about it. Me, I never touch a laptop because I hate virus checks. That's the main reason. Now, this one is similar to the Dillo, but it's a bit smaller. This thing. So apparently, again, I can't do this. Nice. Sorry, I'd have to go. Okay. I have work. Bye. Okay. Thanks for coming in for us. Right. Okay, so with the Raptor, you can get different versions of the Raptor. Right. Sometimes it does this. Sometimes it just kicks you out of it. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. Right. Okay. So the Raptor actually can dance. It's funny. The Raptor can do this. Well, disconnection. Whoops. Just have to get back into a lobby again. On second thought, just host it, I think. Right, disable killing, disable damage. Okay, so, now, yeah, so apparently as the Raptor you can do this dance. It's kind of like, sort of, a dance from something. I'm not sure if it's Thriller, it might be Thriller, I think, the dance, might be. That's one thing. And as the Raptor you can pounce, well, like this. Now, apparently you can't, basically, right, now the other one is a bit different. It's more of like an actual bird, the other one. Now, this is the other one. You can, again, do the dance like that. So, apparently that's another dance. Now, now apparently for the other dinosaur, we got the T-Rex, as in the Tyrannosaurus Rex. So apparently with this you can do some things with the T-Rex. Put your head up and down, because the T-Rex can't really crouch. You can swing your tail, like that. You can roar. Now, the evil I have as the T-Rex is basically this. Yeah, waving, which is pretty funny. It's one of my funniest ones. So that's the T-Rex one. You can run like that, whatever, so I like that. Right, so the next one you have is the Spinosaurus, which is a bit bigger. So the thing with the T-Rex, it has claws, so you can slash people, like that. Again, you can roar. Now, one of its emotes is, well, this, picking its teeth. If anyone doesn't know what the tracking thing is on the dinosaur, it's more of a holiday one. It's like a tracking device for like humans to get dinosaurs to hunt for them. So it's kind of like dinosaurs help their humans out in a way. So the last one we have is the crow. So apparently this is the next big one that you have. Now the good thing about this one is it can basically basically stomp, which is basically one of the best ones. So if you have a human, the best thing to do is stomp. So apparently those special moves are actually is R1. So apparently it can do that. You also can eat people, which is one funny one. So again, you can look, however. So apparently they're all pretty much different. So some of them you can't really get up to that area, but some you can. It depends. So apparently you can as some. So apparently we're going to switch to the Carnosaurus again. And the way this one works, since it's able to jump. Now, what you do with a Carnotaurus, you go up. Well, like I basically explained with the Mentagon in one of my videos, you basically go up or whatever, and you can jump on there, go up there. You can basically go pretty much anywhere well, once you're up. So, you basically jump on this part here. I mean, if you're basically using a bigger dinosaur, then you'd have to, like, glitch yourself on area in order to get up. So, it does work a glitch every single time. So, apparently, you can go either right or left. So, apparently I want to go right this time. So... Now, one of the emotes I didn't really show for the Carnotaurus is basically this. There we go. And apparently you can, as the hunters, you can wear Santa outfits if you're feeling jolly, which is pretty funny. Yeah, so can pretty much jump anywhere. So yeah, so you can pretty much well, apparently you can't really jump that way. So there's either two whoa, Millie, whoops. Yeah, so apparently if you're up there, you can actually go across the beam things. So again, we're gonna try this out again. Yeah, so basically what you do is go up. Like that. Yeah, so apparently you can basically go up all the way there and get up there and then end up basically right there. Now, you basically can get over there as well, which is like a nesting area. But never really tried it as the Carnotaurus, because I know someone else has. So apparently you can go in this area. It's like a nesting area for like the flying ones. So can't really jump back down there. So yeah. So there's not really a lot going on today with the game. He's not doing anything. Yeah, so apparently you've got different areas of the game. So apparently as the Carnotaurus you can crawl into different areas that most humans would go into, so you can basically crouch like that. You can crouch if you end up in a small area. So like if you're going into like an outdoor thing, that Carnotaurus can crawl under easily. Well, a T-Rex, Spinosaurus, and Acro can't because they're too big and they'll probably get, well, glitched. Now, if you went through a door while standing, while walking normally, you get stuck. That's one. So, this actually is a great area, because you can actually do a lot. Now, apparently you can get up there somehow. Well, apparently your best bet is actually a raptor, so, so, now the raptor can jump. So, apparently what you basically do, now again, that's a door you can actually open if you get a scientist with the pattern on, which is the flying thing, up to the top, so there you go. Yep. Dinosaurs. So, you can pretty much jump up, so, well, sort of, yeah, so apparently you can jump like that, pouncing. So it's kind of like a big challenge to actually get up, so, yep, so there we go, so I got up with a raptor. Easy. So apparently you can just mess around, attack other people, whatever. Now you basically have to be careful with these parts, because you might fall. You can crouch, so you can teabag on this. If you chose to, you can basically do that. So apparently that's what I showed in my video, the dancing part. Apparently to dance it's actually, well, to basically do an emo, it's the down button, meaning this part, this button. For crouch it's circle, like that. To pounce or whatever, depending on your special attack, it's, yeah. So it's either spit or whatever, depending on what dinosaur you are. So if you're like a Dillo, it's acid. If you're a T-Rex, then it's tail, whatever. So, right, okay. Now, apparently this is what you need a scientist for. So if you open this with a scientist by picking up the scientist as this, well, as this thing, you basically open a door in the forest area, which is great. So once that's open, you open to a portal area, and then once you get inside it, you can drop down all the way to this area, and it's gravity. You jump and you feel like gravity, you don't die or whatever, which is pretty great. I've done it before, a bunch of times. It's definitely worth getting this game, definitely worth getting. Definitely for a bunch of fun. I mean, if you want to try it out, it's clearly up to you. Most of the trophies are actually easy to get. There is some modes you have to do, which are not that easy, because it requires, well, patience. I don't dance, I need it. Now, is this thing you can teabag like that, so can do that. It's one. Yep, so apparently you can teabag like that. Yep. Now, you basically can attack in the air, like that. You can also, that's the pickup option button. So, R2 is actually to attack. R1 is to pick up anybody. And you can actually go high up, really high up, and drop them, so they end up dying, which is pretty funny. So apparently you can, now apparently with this, if you get hurt, this is to boost, basically put your health back up, if you get injured. So if you get hurt, then you can actually eat that. So that's one. You also can hide in areas, so if you see any people come by, you can sneak out and attack them. Now, that's great for the grass, mainly if you're hiding in the grass, and they don't see you. You can, like, hide or whatever in the grass, if you find a grassy area. So, like, a very sneaky area. Some dinosaurs blend into the environment, depending on what color you are. So, sometimes it can be pretty hard to track them, well, to find them. Yeah, so apparently you've got lots of nest areas, you've got medikits in case any survivors want to heal themselves, that's one. There's a lot of other areas as well you can go to. So apparently I'm going to show another match. Another match is a bit different because it's a different area. So now I'm basically going to show one of the other areas that you can go to. So the next area we're going to go to is no, not that one. Right, docks. Now for docks you basically have to be a dillo. It doesn't work with any other dinosaur. I've tried. Raptors especially because they're a bit too big to get into this area, so you actually have to be a dillo for this because it's mainly for dillos only. You basically can get in as the other one as well because it's sort of like a dillo. So apparently what you do, you go to this area, which is another area apparently. Now apparently you can go in there, so apparently what you do, you go here, you go through, and you got yourself a dillo room. See? Dillo clubhouse. Now apparently this is for basically for dillo types only, so you apparently can go through here and then you're in this area. So like if you're basically hiding from humans, then this is a good area basically, so like hiding. It's great. Great to hide in. So apparently that's one that you can go to. You got ships and all sorts here. You can hide in certain areas, in crates and all sorts. In case a human comes by, you can jump on that thing. If you're like a raptor or whatever, or a dillo, you can jump on the boxes, like that. So pretty much jumping is a thing. Apparently that's one. You basically can. You can also go on top of the ship. So you can basically find it. If you find a crate, you can go inside it. Kind of like these things here. You can also jump to the highest ones to avoid getting hurt. So that's these things here. I like that. Which blends in very, very, very well. You also can jump up there. So what you basically have to do, you have to jump on here. I basically did this last time. So you jump on here, and then you jump on here. And then you have to basically time this just right to jump on that thing there. I did it once, and then I tried to jump again, and then I fell. So apparently, again, I got lucky. Some of you basically probably might not be able to. You also can jump on that there, if you're able to jump further enough. Can be a bit tricky. I think it might be just Raptors only, I think. Well, maybe, sort of. Depends if you're able to land on it or not. Raptors most likely. Dillos, I'm not entirely sure. You might be lucky to get on that thing, the blue thing. Apparently I'm going to show another map off. Now, it does have hidden areas that you can go to. The next one. So, apparently you do have some normal matches, like team deathmatch, that's fighting each other. You got a hunt, which is to do with humans fighting for life against a single invisible raptor. So the raptors are invisible in the hunt. Now you've got one called Capture the Egg. So apparently you have to capture the egg before the time runs out. You got to get to the chopper, so you have to get the chopper as quickly as possible. So it's like objective things. Survival is more like fighting against dinosaurs constantly until you've killed every single one of them. So it's kind of like trying to survive as long as possible without dying. And then basically once you've survived, however, you basically have to make sure you have survived. And you do unlock things for that, surviving the longest. Right, the next one I'm going to show off is Belly. Since it's one of those areas, now you can actually go in as any dinosaur in this area, basically. There's two specific areas you can go in as specific things, but the one special is actually in, well, it's actually in a waterfall. Now, the waterfall actually is over here, so apparently you can get in as any dinosaur. You basically go on that branch though with the other dinosaurs. Now, the frustrating thing is this thing, you can fly through here, or you can go up. Apparently you can basically go up to this part to get in, like that. And it'll basically lead you toward this area, just here. Now it's like a maze. Kind of like a huge maze. So that's one area that you can basically get into. Now the next area requires a smaller dinosaur, apparently. You can be a raptor, a dillo, or a flying thing, or a Taurus. Now, the smallest, biggest dinosaur you can get inside is the Taurus. So, I'm going to switch right now. So, apparently I'm right next to where it should be. So, it's the Taurus. Basically, you go to this area. And then you basically can go under here. So most doors I would crouch, so then you get in. So apparently that's one. You also can do something really funny. If you're like a raptor, you can get up there, which is pretty funny. So I'm going to show that off right now. Now the raptors are extremely funny because you can crouch under things if you saw fit. Right, so pretty much you just go back to this area again. Then you go in like that. Now the funny thing is you can crouch through it. So it's kind of like if you were basically going for a hiding attack surprise, then this is the thing to hide in. You also can hide in here, so they'll be able to spot you easily. So you also can jump up here. It takes a lot of effort to get up there. So apparently it's one of those where you're like, yep, okay. Now apparently you do have to time this, because I've done this before. Doesn't really show the marker though, well, not in this area anyway. You can get up, it's tricky. I have done it before. It's all about getting your position just right. so, well, Nelly. Yeah, so apparently I nearly got it there. Nearly. Yeah, so, whoops. Nearly. Yeah, so apparently once you're on here, you can go, through it. Yeah, so apparently you can hide in events like that, which is actually pretty funny. And then you can go this way, and such, again, which is actually pretty funny. So apparently you have to take it slow with this, because you don't really want to fall, so, can't really get in there though. So apparently you only can access the ones up top, so there you go. That's another hidden area you can actually get to, if you're like a small dinosaur, like this. So, apparently that's one. So, right, so apparently, basically that's the areas of that level. Right, now, now the other areas really aren't so special, because I don't really have a lot in them, to be honest. They're not as big as the other ones where you can do a lot more to them. The others just don't really have a lot to it, except ducks and, well, valley and seasons. It's the only ones that have access to a lot of things. So, with basically, okay, so explaining the other modes, now this is more of a story thing, in the game. You basically it says capture the objectives and escape before it's too late. The bird's being damaged, and gather supplies so the pilot can take off the island, so that means you have to get to the chopper. So it's one of those. Now, the other one is called Capture the Egg. So apparently you capture a winning number of eggs before the time runs out. The SRAM was designed and built to keep Tyrannosaurus from escaping. When they get out, they let other things in. So apparently that one's to do with gathering as many eggs as possible. It's like a winning thing. Now Hunt actually is against invisible raptors, which can be a bit tricky because they're invisible, and they are tricky as hell to actually fight. Now, with Team Deathmatch, humans and dinosaurs battled for the top of the food chain. The airbase was the island's main travel hub. The abandoned aircraft have been left to rust. So apparently with that one, you can actually go with humans against dinosaurs, hoping who would actually win the fight. Yeah, so apparently with survival, you survive basically difficult waves of enemies, dinosaurs. This nautical plan was intended to supply power to all the island facilities, so apparently you get different rounds with survival, different, like, matches randomly, and you try to survive until you get to this volcanic one, and try to survive that way. Now, the thing with that one is, it gets 10 times harder, to fight, because you get the bigger dinosaurs, attacking you constantly. You get, like, the, poisonous ones attacking you and such. I think it's the, kind of Taurus that attacks you, I can't remember. Or something else, I'm not entirely sure, I can't remember. I know you get, like, a sort of big dinosaur in that one. It is great, but the only issue is, I think it's only single player, that one, I think. I can't remember. I think. No, I can't really remember if it is single player or not, or if it is. I can't remember. I know I actually did play this, and it was hard as hell. It was very, very tricky because I had to stand in a certain situation. I had to fight it out, and to stay alive as possible. It was really frustrating. And that's that one. So apparently you do have different matches. So you've got like this one, and this one. So apparently each one has a different thing about it. So the other one says intended to be the first step for all personnel entering the island. The unfinished visitor center was to be a fortress against any biological threats. Now for White Forest, surviving is a difficult wave of enemies. Dinosaurs, the towering dam is a lasting moment to the will of Phoenix. Now with this one it's tricky because I did do the White Forest. It's tricky because you get a bunch of dinosaurs all at you all at once, and it's actually hard to survive in that one because you don't really have much of a hiding spot. Now with that one you actually sort of do because you can actually stand in a certain situation where they can't get to you, but the poisonous ones can still spit acid at you. So with that one you do get a lot of, well, I think it's raptors or dillos or something like that. You do like get a big massive giant dinosaur in the end. I can't remember if it's a Spinosaurus or something like that. You do end up fighting it. It's one of the last big ones. Which is extremely hard because it takes a lot of damage, and you have to do it in a time limit, I reckon. So apparently it is hard. We're gonna basically do, well, capture the egg. Well, actually no, get to the chopper because we don't actually know what's doing it right now, so. The other day there was a lot of people on, but now I think there's not as many, cause I don't think I would do it if there wasn't, so so apparently on Deathmatch you can go one-on-one. If you're a dinosaur you can take on the humans, like I said before, so apparently we're going to try that right now. So apparently what you do, you fight until the winners win. It could be dinosaurs or humans, depending on who wins. That's it'll let me in. There you go. I mean, if it doesn't let me in this one, then I'll try the ducks, see if it lets me in that one. There's a chance it might. Yeah, it hasn't let me in. Okay, try the other one. Come on. Not a lot apparently right now today. Playing, maybe some are actually doing something else for it, maybe. At least you got the refresh button. don't think this is gonna let me in. Okay, refresh, I think. Right, let's try this again. It's not very quick for doing this. Yep, I knew it wasn't gonna let me in. Right, they must have like really bad servers. I mean, there's not really a lot of people playing the game right now, so maybe it's best if I wait until there's enough and then do it again another time, I think. Now, I'm going to explain what you can do with each character. Now, the thing you can do with this, you can, as you unlock different guns, you can use different guns. Especially using machete, you can use taunts if you've got more than one, whatever. You can have flares or whatever, depending on what you are. Now, Pathfinder is basically this sort, so you can basically wear like a Santa hat, like that, if you were going jolly. Or you can wear the Indian thing, or whatever, depending on what you've unlocked. Now, probably, now this is basically the scientist known as the medic. Now, the other one we have is Commando. He's basically to do with bombs and such. Now, the next one is the flamethrower guy. Now, the funny thing with this is you can dress up as Santa Claus as the pyro guy. Yeah, so probably you can have somebody as Santa Claus for a laugh, roaming around, which is pretty funny. Kinda makes me laugh, that one. You also can have, like, Christmas grenades, chucked at people, again, which I find funny. You also can change the color of your dinosaur. You can also put accessories on the dinosaur, from chains to earmuffs to tracking device, which you can put on them. Now, apparently, most dinosaurs can pretty much almost wear everything. They also do have different taunts. So, apparently with a T-Rex that's waving, you do have different skins. Most of them you probably unlock anyway. So, apparently you do have the wave, like I showed earlier. Basically, it's to do with hi mum. Apparently, it's what the T-Rex is doing. It's like saying hi mum. So, apparently, you have the shake. The sniff. Yeah. So, probably I did show that one off already, so, now we already saw that in one of the levels, the picking the teeth thing. You do have other, versions of, the skin of that one as well. Yeah, so that one has two different ones. Now, that's the search, so it's searching. Right, now, the next one, we've already seen the funny. So apparently that's called the Predator Smooth Dance Tot. Shuffle and snap your head in a rather familiar dance. So that's what it's called. Now it can take its fault like that. Search. Hello everyone. Hi, I'm Spook. You do have the neck scratch. If you're going for the scratch. So apparently the this one will probably do the same move as the other one, so so that's one of the taunts for this. You also have that one. So again, you can also easily wear earmuffs. Again, tracking system, which is basically to do with humans. So apparently you have like different skin tones, like macaws or whatever, different coloured or whatever, like orchid or whatever, depending on what you like the most. But my favourite is actually this one because it looks like a macaw. So the next one we have the Dillo. We have different coloured skins for that. We've pretty much got a lot of different skins from. We've even got like a golden Dillo and such. We got like a ringed Dillo, which actually looks like more of a poisonous Dillo and such. Now you do have like more taunts to this. You've got basically the this, which is the cleaning taunt. Then you've got the mooning taunt, which is kind of like saying nah nah. And then we've got the spitter headbutt taunt. Right, and then we've basically got the crouch snarl taunt. And then we've got the search. These are actually one of my favourites because they're cute when they're not entirely vicious. So apparently that's all of his. So apparently we're going to switch. Now this one does have the same, so we're going to go along with the next one. So Taurus. Now apparently I have all these. Apparently like the platinum or whatever. They all like look menacing or whatever. Well, I like that one the most because it looks devilish. Now the three taunts you have is the feet scruff taunt. So it's kind of like a charging one. Then you've got the search. It's kind of like searching. Then you've got the head nod taunt, which is one. So you also have your inventory showing all your dinosaur skins and whatever, what you actually got, what you actually can use on specific dinosaurs and such. So apparently that's all the ones I've got so far. And my nose decides to dance again. Yeah, so apparently that's most everything I can show up because I don't really know any rivals. I mean, there's not really that many people online to do much of anything because there's not much going on. So now, as you can see right there, T-Rex is chasing a person. Because some things like that, you have some dinosaurs doing different things. You have one chasing, a couple flying. You see like these tiny dinosaurs sometimes. in the cutscene thing, which look brilliant. So apparently this is similar to the Isle a bit, because some levels are a bit bigger than some of the other levels, so you actually can explore most of it. So the only thing you can't really do, like the Isle, is explore open world or swim and stuff like that. Be a pack. Well, apparently you can roleplay in this to become pack, sort of. And you can basically stick to a group as a Pacific dinosaur and possibly roleplay as a Pacific dinosaur pretending to be protecting these eggs and whatever, stuff like that. Yeah, so apparently I'm going to end this here. Thanks for everyone for joining. Hopefully for next time there might be more people to actually be on the game. Hopefully. And if there is more people on the game to do more stuff, then hopefully I will do different modes. Hopefully if it is better with more people on it. Now, I think it's possibly because it's a school day. That's probably the reason, I think. Probably because it's a school day. So most of the people are usually online, are probably at school or something like that, or they're probably busy or something like that, or something's on their mind, or they probably got sick. Could be anything really. So yeah, so tune in for next time's stream, in case anything happens, maybe.